So the fandom obviously is bi-curious about bi-generation. How have you been breaking it down for people? What's the Reader's Digest version, as they say?
Excellent, excellent start. Absolutely fantastic. Russell is here to take Doctor Who into a new era, and he's bringing in a whole bunch of new elements, mythology, fantasy, a few little additions to Time Lord history and Time Lord lore. Bi-generation is supposed to be a myth in the history of Time Lords. We don't know if there's been any other cases, but we know that it's happened with 14 and 15.
I have bi-generated!
But there's definitely a separation. 14 is he's in his healing era, and he's he's calmed down. He's got a nice normal life now, and he's completely handed over the baton to myself. I will be taking on the adventures.
Now, with the bi-generation, of course, came the literal dividing up of wardrobe, leaving you just standing there in your undershorts, or pants as they call them in the UK. What was your reaction when you found out that that would be your opening costume?
I just finished doing a project where I wore outer shorts that were basically the same size as my pants. And so I was like, I know how to handle this. Although I did want to have a little word with David Tennant.
Someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
He started filming his section first of that whole bit. I joined a lot later. And so he got to pick the pieces of costume that he stays with. And so by the time that I came to picking mine, all they handed me was a pair of pants, a shirt and a tie. And they were like, sorry, David took the rest.
On a more serious note, there's this great speech you have in the third special where you recount all that the doctors have been through.
Put on trial, exiled, key to time, all the devastation of Logopolis. Adric.
Had you boned up by then to understand the weight of all of these events?
Yes, I really love the element of mental health that Russell is bringing in to this era, like slowly but subtly but intricately. The Doctor's having a conversation with himself and saying, like, you need to relax, you need to love yourself, and you need to heal. And we've lost a lot of people, and we have been through a lot. We have been exiled. We've had our best friends die in our arms. You're carrying pain, and you need to go and deal with that.
We're Time Lords. We're doing rehab out of order.
You're saying you need to stop.
I loved that scene so much, and I thought it was such a beautiful element of Doctor Who that we've not seen before, because we know the Doctor to be slightly withdrawn, slightly guarded, because they've got a hard life. They live forever. They are immortal, and they meet people that they love deeply, and then they lose them. And so there is a guard that's been built up around them, and a bit of a steeliness, and that can let pain fester.
What's your name?
Ruby? Ruby Sunday?
Hello, Ruby Sunday. And it's a Sunday right now. That's a coincidence.
Looking ahead to the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, how would you say the dynamic between 15 and Ruby, who's played by Millie Gibson, in what ways is it distinct, and in which ways will it be familiar to fans? Because I think in one interview you described them as troublemakers.
They are definitely troublemakers. They definitely cannot help themselves but get into mischief somewhere, be in hysterics laughing about it, and then panic about how to get out, and then laugh on the other end of that panic. They both see the mischief in each other and love that. And they also see the pain in one another and want to heal that in one another. They're both quite flirty and quite cheeky. However, I think what's familiar is just the fact that the companion teaches the Doctor just as much as the Doctor teaches the companion. And that is just such a perfect pairing, and that is definitely what Ruby and the Doctor have together.
Without spoiling too much about the Christmas special, would you say that you will be the song and danciest Doctor we've had?
Yes, I reckon I might be the most songiest, danciest Doctor we've had. Without giving anything away.
Here's the king, here's the king, here's the king, Dublin.
Oh my God.
We love his chin when it's wobbling.
Lastly, the specials left us with two teases about Meep's boss and the Master possibly returning. How soon might we revisit either of those teases?
I have no idea. I have no idea.